If you're getting divorced in Texas and you believe one spouse is trying to hide assets, you may very well need an expert to prove it. Because here's the thing, money leaves a trail. Unless the person you're divorcing is like a drug dealer or a contractor who just takes cash under the table, that kind of cash can be difficult to find. But otherwise, money leaves a trail. When you get paid from your job, there's a record. The tax returns are going to show it. The bank is going to show it. Banks even have requirements that if you deposit a certain amount of cash, they've got to report you. Now, it can get a little complicated if someone has a small business, for instance, and that's where you may need an expert to come in and help you follow the money's trail. When dealing with property that is of a mixed character or co-mingled, that's both community and separate, things get hairy, scary really quickly. And there are lots of methods like LIFO or FIFO, if you've heard of that. Last in, first out, the lowest available balance method. When I start to even talk about it, my brain starts kind of spinning. I'm sure yours does too. So what you're going to want to do is find a Texas lawyer well-versed in the different methods for figuring out how to unring the bell of commingled property so that it's really clear what's each of y'all's and what's both of y'all's so that you can have a fair, just and right division of your estate at the end of the day. I'll get the question a lot of times, my husband or my wife did XYZ bad action, this misconduct during my marriage. Can't I take everything? Can't I take them to the cleaners like they heard about in a movie? And here's the thing, what they're probably referring to is your potential for requesting a disproportionate share of the estate because of fault in the breakup of the marriage or some really bad conduct that just doesn't make the judge feel good. So yeah, it's possible if your spouse perpetuated in infidelity or scam or lying or hiding funds or cruelty or domestic violence, you could be entitled to ask for a disproportionate share of the estate. Also, you could ask if there is a disproportionate earning capacity in the two parties after the marriage. So say you've been a stay-at-home housewife married to an anesthesiologist. And look, they're going to go on making anesthesiology money. And I gave up my career raising kids. I have to start back over at a $20 an hour job. Maybe in that situation, a court might try to close the gap a little bit with the disproportionate share. But it is possible that based on marital misconduct, you may be able to get more in the final division of the assets of your estate in a Texas divorce. When it comes to dividing the family home in a Texas divorce, there are a few options. If you guys can't agree, either of you can keep it. Technically, you both could keep it, I guess, or you could sell it. If you don't agree, that's a horse of a different color. How is this asset? There's only one of it, right? It's like a piece of a pie. If you take a slice, they don't get a slice. So you've got this community property home, and if only one party wants the home, well, they're going to have to pay for it. So the person who doesn't want it may say, fine, I don't care if you keep the house, but you've got to pay to make me whole. Say there's $100,000 in equity in the house. My interest is 50% of that. That's $50,000. So you're going to have to find $50,000. Oh, by the way, that $50,000 in that bank account, I'll take all of it to make up the difference in the amount of money you'll keep in the house. So it's possible that one person can keep the house, but if y'all can't agree or you both want the house, what may happen is you have to take it to a judge, and the judge may decide okay, whoever's the primary parent keeps the house and has to, pay their portion in the division of the estate, or the judge may say, forget y'all, sell that place and split the money. So you want to consider your options before ever taking it before a judge. Can you find a way to agree with something you can live with before you present it to a stranger and let them decide?